Hello everyone, welcome back to your channel. So today I went to the KTM showroom to see if we have the Duke 125 or not, but it was still not available. It will take 5-6 days more. So I thought ऐसी कौन सी KTM की बाइक है जिसका अभी तक मैंने रिव्यू नहीं किया है. So Duke 250 हो चुका था, 200 हो चुका था, RC हो चुका था. So याद आया कि मैंने Duke 390 का नहीं किया है. So special thanks to Frontier KTM. They always help me with all my reviews. जितने भी आप बजाज के KTM के रिव्यूज़ देखते हैं, it's all because of Frontier KTM and Frontier Bajaj. They always help me out. And if you are from Jabalpur and if you are looking for any Bajaj or KTM bike, Frontier is the best. I've placed all their contact details in the description so you can contact them. So today we have the Duke 390 and let's start with the review and start with the cinematics. So starting with the looks, so we all know how striking, how futuristic this bike looks, and this paint scheme, this is like love, total love. And just look at this. This is so cool. This TFT display is so cool. The LED light up front, the LED DRL. This looks so cool. This bike has totally stolen my heart, and you get a lot of features with this. You can go to motorcycle, go to supermoto mode, or you can pair your phone, and there are many features. Just because of this bike looks like so expensive. Like these 4 buttons, you think like this is a really expensive thing. You get this on really expensive bikes which have that all kind of traction control and all. This looks so good, like amazing. So now let's ride this bike. So first let's hear the exhaust note. So did you just hear that? Now let's ride this bike. Okay, so I'm a regular KTM Duke 200 rider. I have ridden the 390 a lot of times, but still I'm being tossed around here and there. This bike has so much power. I've ridden the Street Triple. I was not scared to ride that bike. I'm scared to ride this. I don't know why, but this thing is like kind of scary because the power to weight ratio and the power that this bike has is like out of this world. And it's winter time, so I think it's around 5 p.m. and it's already getting dark. Okay, we have the LED lights up front to light up the road, so it's no problem. This TFT display, man, this really changes the game, the whole equation of riding this bike. It feels like you are riding a 20 lakh rupees bike. This thing is awesome. Now talking about the engine, we all know how powerful this thing is. So it has a lot of power, a lot of torque. We all know the numbers, so I need not tell you, but a lot of power. And if we compare to the previous Duke, it has been refined. So now this bike is a lot more refined than the previous Duke 390 or RC 390, but it has the same kind of punch that we had before. If you give it a bit more throttle than required, it will like toss you around. This bike is not meant for messing around. You need to keep your senses under control while riding this. This bike comes with dual channel ABS, so braking is really safe. The front brakes have a really good bite and feedback. They are amazing. If we compare it to the previous Duke or previous RC, they are a lot better now. The bite and feedback is just amazing. If we talk about the gearbox, it's slick. It always was. On the previous Duke and RC also, it was really slick, and it's here also the same case. It's really slick, really precise, and shifting gears on this thing is a joy. This thing just, you give it a bit of accelerator, it goes like, okay, like a good boy, it goes like slowly, and then it kicks in your butts, and then it goes like a bad boy, it goes like hell. If we talk about the suspension setup, it's good. It's a bit on the harder side, but it's not at all uncomfortable, absorbing the bumps surprisingly, so that is a good thing. But ऐसा भी नहीं है कि आप कोई बहुत गहरे गड्ढे में चले जाएं and you will feel like कुछ नहीं हुआ. It's hard, but छोटे मोटे like these kind of surfaces, it manages really well, and it absorbs like little potholes really nicely. One really good thing, if we compare to the previous Duke, is the seat is a lot better now. It's been cushioned nicely, and you have a lot more room also to move around. And one more really good thing is, on the previous Duke, it was really a bit difficult, not really difficult, a bit difficult to hold on to the tank. But now it's damn easy. Your legs just directly fall into place and they catch the tank and stick to it. So if you go for cornering and all, this is really good. Like your legs will directly hold on to the tank, which was a bit difficult on the previous Duke. If we talk about handling, Duke has always been a really good handler, and the same case is here. It handles really nicely. Even when you are at maximum lean, it stays really planted and gives you so much confidence to lean even more. It stays really stable. Even if you hit a small pothole or small bump while cornering, it will like stabilize itself. You don't need to worry about that, because I have faced that a lot of times. And now you also get the adjustable brake and clutch lever, which is a really good thing. I wish they had given the foldable one also, so you need not even think about aftermarket levers. आपके पास सब पहले से होता. The light throw of this thing is amazing. The LED lights are amazing on this thing, and it just brightens the road ahead. If you go on a loose surface where there is a little bit of sand on the road, this thing will do burnout till the very third, fourth gear. So you need to keep your senses in control. And also one good thing is now the pillion can sit on this bike a bit more comfortably. Like not really comfortably like on a Splendor or Platina, not like that, but still you will sit a lot more comfortably on this bike if you compare it to the previous Duke. The clutch is also really light, and that's thanks to the slipper clutch that we have on this bike. And the slipper clutch will ensure that whenever you do aggressive downshifts while cornering, the rear does not slide off. So that is a good thing. This bike has been made for me, like tailor-made for me. It's everything that I want from a bike and a bit more also. I've seen mileage test of this bike, and this bike gives around 28 to 30 kmpl, which is like really good for a bike like this with so much power. So now let's talk about a point which I think needs to be discussed in this video. So the point is, should you buy this bike? Yes, of course. If you can, you should buy it. But एक चीज बस ध्यान रखना that you have ridden like a 200cc bike before this, and for on regular basis. आप डायरेक्टली इस पे जंप मत करिए, because this thing is a very powerful machine. आपके लिए थोड़ा दिक्कत हो सकती है. Keep that in mind. Now one more question that I think needs to be discussed, and that is, should you upgrade to this bike from the previous Duke 390 or Duke 200? Or if we can reframe this question, is it better than the previous Duke 390? So according to me, if we talk practically and equipment wise and like what a normal person will think, yes, it's a lot better than the previous Duke. So if we talk about the previous Duke, it was a bit raw, and that is what I liked. It made me feel a certain kind of emotion while riding the bike, which I think is 50% on this bike. So that is the thing that I miss. And also one thing that I miss is the underbelly exhaust that we had on the Duke 390. Whenever you used to close the throttle, it used to make a sound like a fire breathing monster, like constant backfires. So that is one thing that I miss on the new Duke. Otherwise, this bike is a lot better than the previous one. And if you are thinking about buying one, go buy it. Don't even think about any other bike, because this thing is just amazing. If I had the money, I would have gone for this bike straight. I would have not even think twice. So just go and buy one. Like, you will thank me later, but just go and buy one. This thing is just amazing. Just look at that TFT display. मैं सिर्फ इसके लिए ये बाइक खरीद लूँगा, and that engine उसके लिए और खरीद लूँगा. So this bike is just amazing. So I think that should be it. Do give this video a like, subscribe if you haven't done, and also turn on the bell notification so that you get notified about my each and every video. And comment down below, do you love this bike, or do you really love this bike, or do you really love this bike? Because I don't think anyone is out there who can hate this bike, not at all. So comment down below and comment what you like the most about this bike. And hopefully in a few days you will see the review for the KTM Duke 125. So see you in the next video. Bye.